Welcome to the Elevate Media Podcast with your host, Chris Anderson. In this show, Chris and his guests will share their knowledge and experience on how to go from zero to successful entrepreneur. They have built their businesses from scratch and are now ready to give back to those who are just starting. Let's get ready to learn, grow, and elevate our businesses. And now, your host, Chris Anderson.
Welcome back to another recording of the Elevate Media Podcast. I'm Chris Anderson, your host, and today I want to talk about something that you might find surprising. There are no overnight successes. I know that's hard to believe, looking at some really successful individuals. I look at people like Elon Musk, you look at people like Zuckerberg, you look at people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Grant Cardone. Sometimes it's hard to look at that and say, oh, they got lucky. They're just an overnight success. I've thought that before, and I've had to correct myself in my thinking because there are no overnight successes. Success comes from hard work, discipline, and staying consistent. It's not giving up. It's continuing to innovate and improve and sticking with something long enough where you continue to get better at. That's when you succeed. You've got to stay the course. Don't compare your chapter 1 to their chapter 10 because success doesn't happen overnight. Success is earned. Success happens when you continue, when you keep on taking one step forward in the face of life, throwing all sorts of things at you, in the face of all the rejections and the objections and the stumbles and the failures, which are just learning moments. Success comes from you proving yourself, saying, I don't care what you throw at me, I will keep going. And as you keep going, those successes will happen. So don't forget to look back and say, oh yeah, look at that. That was a success. That was something that I had a goal to do and I got it. And don't focus too much on what's ahead without reflecting on where you've come from and what you've overcome and what you've accomplished. But success doesn't happen overnight. Success is that slow, meandering stream that slowly carves out more and more of the land to become a roaring river. Think the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon didn't happen overnight, and it's not a real huge river running through there. It was a consistent effort of a flow of water that gradually and over time ate away, creating a massive, beautiful canyon. Like Bruce Lee said, be like water. You've got to flow. You've got to consistently flow to make a dent, to make an impact, to make change, to become a greater, more powerful river. But you don't go from stream or creek to thundering river overnight. There's a path to it, and it happens gradually, and then it grows. And then all of a sudden, you're that river, you're that flowing, rushing water, and you're like, where did it happen? Where did it come from? And that's why it's important to look back as well at where you came from and what you went through. But don't get discouraged when you look at someone else, even if they're someone parallel to you, someone who's doing kind of the same thing, and they look to be successful, or they look like they're moving forward. You don't know their story. You don't know their journey. You don't know what's truly happening behind the scenes. Focus on your journey. Be happy for people's successes. You're never going to get hate from someone doing better than you. Remember that, because that hate and that jealousy comes from a scarcity mindset, comes from the feelings of themselves being inadequate. So put in the work, keep moving forward. Don't give up. You think about all the stories you hear, J.K. Rowling being rejected by however many people before Harry Potter's got accepted and got taken on as a project. All the actors, the directors, all the tables they had to wait and all the tryouts they had to do before they got their big part. How many poor movies or small movies that they went through before they got their big one? Business owners, all you have to go through before, you get that first client or you get to that certain revenue goal. It's a journey. It's a marathon. So run your race, focus on your pace, and just keep moving forward. Doesn't matter how fast, as long as you're moving towards that finish line, that next mile marker. Success is not overnight. It takes time, takes effort, takes discipline, and you've got to stay with it. If you keep moving and bouncing back and forth from idea to idea, thinking something will take off and something will be that viral overnight success, you are hindering your path to success, to true success, whether that be time freedom, financial freedom, because you're basically restarting and starting over. So get something that you're good at or that will make money that people want and need and will pay for. It doesn't have to be your passion. I'm sorry. I hate to say that. If you're trying to build a business, make it something that people will pay for and use and that there's value in the market for it and enjoy the process and get good at building that and working the process. Eventually, you can have time to focus on what you really, truly love and are passionate about. But if you're building a business, it has to be profitable. It has to be a need for it in the market. And you don't necessarily have to love it, but you have to love the process and journey of helping other people with that idea or what you can serve them with. You can love something a whole lot. And if it's not something someone will pay for, good luck. But regardless, success does not happen overnight. I can't hit on it hard enough. Focus on your journey, cheer on other people, keep moving forward, and don't give up. And we'll see you at the top. Go out, keep elevating your brand, elevate your life. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you for listening to the Elevate Media Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. See you in the next episode.